Parashat Naso summary. Levi had three sons, Gershon, Kehat, and Merari. Each of these three had a specific job when the Mishkan traveled. The family of Kehat carried the vessels of the Mishkan. The family of Gershon carried the woven material. And the family of Merari carried the kerashim, which are the beams, the adanim, as well as the silver sockets and their parts. Because the place of the Mishkan is holy, someone who is impure must leave that area. There were three levels of camps: Machane Shekhinah, Machane Leviah, Machane Israel. The camp of God's presence, the camp of the Leviim, and the camp of Israel. And depending on the level of Tum'ah, depends on the level of the camp the person must leave. Then it speaks about the laws of Sotah. If a husband warns his wife not to be alone with a certain man, and she doesn't listen, she's called a Sotah, and is brought to the Sanhedrin Hagadol of 71 judges. If she claims that she didn't sin, she is brought to a Kohen. She must bring a korban mincha, which is made from barley, without the usual oil and levona spice. The Kohen then takes the water from the kior and mixes it with dust from the floor. He then writes the psukim of this parasha, which contain the name of Hashem. And if the woman still maintains her innocence, the Kohen erases the psukim into the water. The Kohen and the woman then take the mincha, wave it in all 6 directions, and a handful is burned on the mizbeach, at which point the woman then drinks the water. She is taken out from the Bet HaMikdash because if she is guilty, she will die. But if she is innocent, she receives blessings. In fact, the water acts as a potion for her to bear children. If a man or woman want to attain a certain level of holiness, they can also take upon themselves a period of being a Nazir. Nazir involves 3 things. 1, they may not eat grapes or any of its byproducts, can't drink wine. They may not cut their hair. And the 3rd thing is they may not become tameh to a dead person. The promise of a Nazir is only considered fulfilled if the Nazir kept the laws of Nazirut in Israel. If a Nazir became impure to a dead person, they must wait 7 days to become tahor. On the 8th day, they bring a korban and begin the time period of Nazirut all over again. At the end of the period of Nazirut, the Nazir would bring a special korban, or bring special korbanot in fact. All the hair of their head would be shaved off and added to the fire of one of the korbanot. The Kohanim are God's special emissaries, and therefore they're given a special mitzvah of blessing Klal Yisrael. This is incorporated into our tefillah before Sim Shalom, and it's called Birkat Kohanim. In Eretz Yisrael, or all Sephardic Jews, this is recited every day by the Kohanim. In Chutz La'aretz, outside of Israel, among the Ashkenazim, it's usually said by the Chazan and only said by the Kohanim on the holidays. In the Bet HaMikdash, the Kohanim would properly pronounce Hashem's name. Outside the Bet HaMikdash, this is forbidden, although Sephardic Jews, they do recite Hashem's name. The Torah elaborates on the donations of the princes, the Nesi'im, in Parashat Shmini. When Moshe was collecting materials for the Mishkan, the Nesi'im said that they will let everyone give and then they'll fill in whatever was missing. But Bnei Israel donated so much that there was nothing left for the Nesi'im to donate. As the Nesi'im felt very bad that they lost the opportunity, Hashem enabled them to donate 12 precious jewels or stones for the Choshen HaMishpat, and the 2 precious stones for the shoulders of the ephod worn by the Kohen Gadol. The Nesi'im wanted to give more, and therefore they donated wagons and oxen to carry the objects of the Mishkan whenever it traveled. Hashem told Moshe to accept these as only the kelim needed to be carried on shoulders, while the other materials could be transported by wagon. Following this, the Nesi'im donated special korbanot, which Hashem commanded Moshe should be offered 1 nasi a day, starting with the 8th day of the dedication of the Mishkan. And every prince, every nasi donated the same korban. a silver dish weighing 130 shekel, filled with flour and oil as a korban mincha. The second thing donated was a thin silver bowl weighing 70 shekel, filled with flour and oil as a korban mincha. The third thing they donated was a golden spoon filled with ketoret. The fourth thing they donated was a burnt offering, a korban olah of a bull, a ram, and a lamb. The fifth thing they donated was a korban chatat of a male goat. And the sixth final thing they donated was a korban shelamim of 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 lambs. Besides for reading this parasha on Parashat Naso, Jews also read it on Chanukah, and as well, many Jews recite these passages during the first few days of Chodesh Nisan. Lastly, when Moshe entered the Mishkan, he would hear Hashem talking. This voice, so to speak, came from between the Keruvim on top of the Aron Kodesh in the Kodesh HaKodashim. Even though it was loud and powerful, only Moshe was able to hear it, which showed his lofty level of prophecy.